Hello, welcome to Amy Toft Yoga. I'm just trying to use these last days of being outside, so I wait for the middle of the day. Today's our chair class is going to be completely in the chair, just as a challenge, or maybe just for fun. So we'll begin by coming into seated mountain. We'll lift up tall in our spine. Our back is not touching the back of the chair, if that's possible. Our feet are pressing firmly down on the floor or whatever they press on. Maybe we need to scoot a little forward just so we have a nice, firm pressing into our feet. So we'll begin by activating our feet, pressing into our big toe, as if we were pushing our heels toward the center and our toes to the sides. So we're not really moving our feet, we're just pushing that. And that activates everything. Then to activate the same muscles in our hand, which also helps our brain activate, we'll lift our arms up, spread our fingers wide, relax our shoulders, and now we're activating the whole periphery of our body. We'll bring our hands to our lap. We'll keep that foot activation going for now and for the whole practice whenever we think of it, and maybe it's a great thing to do all the time. Today's class is called What Scares You, because it's Halloween coming up. So there can be lots of scary things, and we're just going to work on a little bit of balance today, which is going to be tricky in the chair. Let's begin keeping our feet activated with just lifting one foot and then the other. Just stretching our leg out. Now remember, if your legs aren't working, that's okay. You can think about doing it. You will still be sending impulses to all those nerves. So whether you're lifting your feet in your mind or in your body, it's all good. Just breathing, lifting, using our mountain principle, so we're sitting up tall, and when our foot goes down, we're spreading our toes. So to do that, we'll take our time. Let's check in with our shoulders. Sometimes mine like to do this. So let's keep them down. Let's do one more foot each side. And then coming back to seated mountain, just breathing. Now, this could be done a couple of different ways. It could be done holding our foot out in front of us and circling our ankle, or it could be doing keeping our foot down low, circling our ankle, or it could be done in our mind, circling our ankle. But we're just going to wake up our ankle joint in one of those three ways: in our mind, up high, or down low. And then we'll circle it the other way. So if you did clockwise, switch to counterclockwise. Beautiful day. And I know there's not many more days to film outside. And then when you finish, when you feel like you're even on both sides, just flex your toes back toward the shin. Wakes up everything. And then we'll let that foot come down. And then with our other foot up high, down low, or in our mind, we'll just circle it. I'm going to start counterclockwise. I don't know why, but that's what I did. Making the circles, engaging the core to leave us up tall. My hands are behind me, but there's not really any weight in them. I'm just keeping them there. Help remind me to sit up tall. And now we'll go the other way, so I'll go clockwise. You can do this as slowly or as quickly as feels good to wake up your ankles. You know, this would also be good if you're on a Zoom meeting. No one would even know. You could just be moving, getting a little blood flow going. And then flexing, bringing the toes toward the shins, wherever you are, including in your mind. And then just set that foot down. Activate the mountain principles, pressing into our feet, spreading as if we're twisting our heels in and our toes out, even though our feet are not exactly moving. In fact, they're not moving at all. Okay. Sorry, my nose is a little runny outside, right? Oh, that's my mask. That's not a Kleenex. Also, there are cats sneaking around me, but so far I haven't seen one show up on camera. Now let's wake up our knee joints. So you might want to hold the sides of the chair and just stretch the knee up and down. I mean the foot up and down, kind of like we did before. And let's switch. Lifting my knee a little higher just to give myself room to bring my foot back down. So again, this could be done in the head or in the body. But if it's in the head, it's harder because you'll need to be thinking about sending those impulses. Then let's wake up the hips. So to do that, we're just going to kind of roll from one side to the other. Maybe lifting up a little bit on either side. And then, if it's available, you could pull the knee into the chest, still sitting up tall, pushing down into your standing foot, and then maybe open it to the side and back. So it kind of looks like this, to the side and back, to the side and back, and then set it down. And if it's available, bring the other knee into the chest. If it isn't, it could just lift a little bit off the ground or again be in your head. And then we'll go out to the side and bring it back, out to the side and back, to the side and back. Give it a squeeze and set it down. And then to wake up the waist, we're going to be twisting through this, our torso, the middle part of our body from the solar plexus up, and that is our what? That is our Manipura chakra, which is fire. So that can always warm us up if we need it. So we'll just put our hand on the outside of one knee and twist around. So notice that my head isn't really twisting. It's all about this, the middle. Just a nice little middle twist. I'm still sitting up tall and my feet are still pressing down into the floor. Come on back. We'll take a breath. We'll go the other way. So I'll put my hand on the outside of the other leg and twist around. So my neck is not twisting, only my core, activating our Manipura chakra. So that chakra is good for self-confidence, and it can help us banish shame. And while we're talking about it, its color is yellow. If you would want to chant to it, its sound would be rum, like yo-ho-ho in a bottle of rum. Relaxing our shoulders, and then just come on back, take a breath. So now let's wake up our shoulders, Possibly you could take the right hand, really activate those fingers, spread them wide, lift it straight up, then flip the palm and let it come down behind us. And then right back where it came from, up, flip, and down. Let's do that again. Taking a little time if you need extra time in a certain place. Flip and down. And again, if moving the arm isn't available to you, you could be doing this in your head. If you're doing that, I admire you because it's really hard to think and not get distracted about these movements. Great. Let's do the other arm. So first we'll activate the hand, spreading the fingers wide, making a little arch in our hand, just like in our foot. And we'll go straight up, flip, to the back, right back up, flip, and down. And again, up, flip, back, back up, flip, and down. One more time. I'm keeping my other hand active by spreading those fingers too. So it's not just hanging out, it's still working. Up, flip, and down. Nice. Now let's do what my shoulders love to do. Come up by my ears and then down. Ears and down. Ears and down. Now this is tricky. We're going to do the one shoulder forward, the other shoulder back. Then other shoulder back, other shoulder forward. Forward, back, forward, back. One more time. Forward, back, forward, back. Now let's think about our neck. So I've learned that we don't like to roll our neck around behind, but we'll just look to the right. Let our ear go to the right. Chin back. Let the chin come along the chest, and that makes us look to the left. Ear to the left. Chin to the left shoulder, and come on back around. Let's do it again. We're looking to the right. Ear to the right. Chin to the right. Let our chin slide on around. Look to the left. Ear to the left. Chin to the left. And then come on back down. Now we'll leave our chin level and we'll just gently look to the right and then the left, as if we're doing the slowest no ever. No way. Then come back to the center and we'll do it the other way. So looking slowly to the left, to the right. Check your shoulders, make sure they're not creeping up. Slow, slow, slow to the left. Slow, slow, slow to the right. Now let's rainbow our head. So we'll bring our ear down to the right. Let it come up and over to the left. Ear to the right. Up and over to the left. Back to the center. Ear to the left. Up and over to the right. Totally taking your time here. Left and right, like a beautiful rainbow. Maybe picture that inside your head. And let the head come back to center. Okay, so to wake up the body, which is also tricky, we'll disco dance. So if you can point your finger, and we'll go up with this hand and out with this toe. And then up and out, up and out, up, out. Staying alive, staying alive. We're disco dancers, yeah. Staying alive. If you want to stretch your toe up, that's okay. That kind of feels better to me, even though I know really John Travolta would be pointing. We'll point with our finger and we can go no, no, no. Point with our other finger, no, no, no. Last time. No, no, no. Okay, great. Now we'll do a seated sun salutation. So inhale, our arms up over our head, relax our shoulders. Maybe we even take our gaze up where everything's activated. We're spreading our fingers. We're pressing down with our feet. Inhale, get tall, and exhale, we'll forward fold. So we'll let our hands come down, even drifting a little bit behind us. Inhale, half lift, so we could bring our hands to our knees and just look forward, letting our little curl, a little arch come into our back. Exhale, forward fold again. Inhale, pressing into our feet, we'll come all the way up. And hands to the heart, we'll take a breath. So this could be super lazy. Arms up, lean forward, whatever. Or it could be really invigorating if we activate our body. So let's try again, continuing to activate, pressing down into our feet. Inhale, arms up. We're making the little arch with our hands so everything's active. Exhale, forward fold, pressing into our feet, keeping our arms active as we press our palms together. Inhale, pressing down into the knees, letting our back stretch as we gaze forward. Back down again, arms back, and all the way up. Using our arms, relaxing our shoulders, taking a deep, long breath. Hands to the heart. Another breath here. One more. Inhale, our arms up. Everything's active. We're pressing into the ground. Exhale, forward fold. Palms reaching together, head looking down at the ground. Inhale, hands touching the knees, lifting forward, arching our back. Exhale, right back down, gazing down at the ground, but our feet are still active, as are our hands. Using our strong core, lift all the way up, gaze up, let our hands come to our heart. And we'll bring our hands down to the sides of the chair, and we're going to work. We've kind of activated everything in the lower body. We're going to work our core a little bit. So, working the core could be the twist that we did earlier. Gazing to one side, really activating everything around the solar plexus area, the core. Or if we are able to, we could pick up our knees. We could pick up one at a time, or maybe we could pick up both feet. If we want to pick up both feet, we can press our knees together and still sit up tall. So our core's working. Maybe none of these work, and if so, you could just do this within your mind. If you're picking up both feet, maybe stretch out one and then the other, not letting the other one touch the ground. Or if that seems wrong, just let your other foot touch the ground, but still sit up really tall. Mountain principles. Stretching the legs slowly forward. And then maybe hold the feet up. Sit up tall. The feet could only be an inch off the ground, or not even an inch. Think about our strong and amazing core, giving us self-confidence. Yeah. And then let the feet come down, pressing into them, sitting up so tall. We'll do a back bend. So I'm just going to go sideways so you can see, but you do not need to. So holding on the back of the chair, we just lift our heart, press our shoulder blades together. We can gaze up a little bit, not so much that it hurts our neck. Our feet are pressing firmly into the ground, so our whole lower body is working. We're not leaning back on our shoulders with our neck, but we're pressing our shoulder blades together, letting our neck just float like it should. Then we'll bring our arms forward, coming back to seated mountain. And this time, we'll do a little bit of a back bend, pressing firmly into the ground, but we're just going to do it with one arm at a time. So one arm comes up and we look up, then it holds onto the chair. Other arm comes up, we look up, bringing it back down. That's right. Again. Don't let your neck drop too far back. Maybe just straight up is the farthest it should go. And then we'll just breathe. For a little bit of work on our arms. So we'll let our hands face each other, and then we'll bring our 2 middle fingers down. We'll hold them, horns, and then we'll let those go up. Bring our other 2 down, and it's like, I don't know, scout sign or something. 2 middle fingers up, 2 middle fingers down. This one's so easy, and this one's so hard. That's good for us. Horns and nod. I kind of have to attach my fingers one at a time. And then let's let our wrists wake up. So we'll make our fists like little doorknobs, and we'll go this way, open the door, the other way, open the door or close the door, I don't know. And then we'll let them go toward each other. And then open. If it hurts, then don't do it. And we'll spread our fingers so wide, fist. Open, shut. Open, shut. Open, shut. Coming back to seated mountain, we'll do some warrior poses because we are fierce. So to do that, we'll just bring one leg bent, facing one direction, so say the right. Then we'll let the other leg stretch out. And remember, this is about how it feels, not how it looks. So maybe this is happening in your mind. Then if it feels okay, hands could be on the waist, or we could keep one hand on the chair. If we want to, we can lift our arms up in the air, activate our hands, relax our shoulders. Warrior 1. Virabhadrasana A, strong and powerful. Then we'll bring our hands to our heart. We'll keep our feet exactly like they are. And then we'll just open our arms out to the side. Warrior 2, gazing over the same hand as your bent knee. Relaxing the shoulders, strong. And then Warrior 3, we'll bring our hands to prayer. We'll really press into our bent leg. Maybe we can lift our back leg. And maybe it's bent, and maybe it just lifts a little bit, and maybe that's scary, and don't do it if you hate it. And then we'll set that toe down. Come on back up. and we'll twist around to the other side. Okay, so now our left leg is bent, and it's just kind of barely balanced on the chair. Right leg comes behind us. Maybe our arms come up, maybe not. Maybe we gaze up, pressing into both feet. Warrior one. Keeping our legs right where they are. Hands come together. And we'll just open up warrior two. Your back foot might want to turn a little bit so the toes pointing like straight out away from you. Just up to you. We gaze over these fingers with our bent leg. Fierce, but our shoulders are relaxed. And then warrior three, hands could come down to the chair or be in prayer. We'll lean forward and see if we can just pick up our back leg. Maybe we need to bend it. Maybe we can make it kind of straight. And then we'll let that come down. Come forward in our chair. And time for my favorite chair pose, which is pigeon. So pigeon is so great. We'll just pick up our right leg, put it over our left, if that works. Some people's pigeon may be lower. Some people's pigeon could be in their head. And then this foot is flexed, so that makes my whole leg work. Sitting up really tall, this could be where I stay, or maybe I drape my arms over my leg, but I'm still working. My foot's flexed. I can really feel this in this hip, but you might feel it somewhere else. And of course, as always, if you feel pain, back off. Relax our shoulders. Even though my fingers are wide and working, my feet are flexed and I'm pressing into my bottom foot. And come on back up. Let's lift up our arms. Activate everything. Set that leg down. Cross the other way, or however that works for you. And we could stay here with our foot flexed, working, or maybe we could drape over this leg. Hands come apart, shoulders in their sockets, lifting the chest, lifting the head a little bit. What a beautiful day. I'm even feeling hot in my sweater. So great. Usually I'm just freezing the whole time I'm filming outside. And then using our strong and amazing core, we'll lift it straight up. Hands come to the heart. Foot comes down. And we'll find our Shavasana. So finally, your back could touch the back of the chair. And then just let your feet relax. They should still be touching the ground or something, but we're not really pressing into them anymore. Palms could come up or palms could go down. And we'll just breathe. Letting our body and our mind and our breath soak up all the things that we did. And really, nothing was very scary. Sometimes the idea of yoga can be scary. But as you know, yoga is for every single body. If you have a body, you can do yoga. Shavasana. Enjoy. Gurudev Namo, Gurudeva. If you have the time, you can stay right where you are for as long as you like. If you feel ready to begin to move again, just wiggle your fingers, possibly your toes. Maybe deepen the breath a bit. Eventually blink the eyes open. I invite you to bring your hands to your heart, but of course you don't have to. Bow the head and think of things you're grateful for in your own body. Then again, if you feel ready, just slowly open the eyes. We might bring our thumbs to our third eye between our eyebrows for kind thoughts, to our lips for kind words, and back to our heart for a kind heart. Learned that namaste is a greeting, so I'm not saying that at the end of classes anymore. But I wish you peace in all parts of your life. Om Shanti. Thank you for practicing with me.